Hello, hello, hello. WC Gatchel here. You're not going to believe where I'm at, but I'm actually in a cemetery. What am I doing in the cemetery? Well, this morning we buried my Uncle Charlie. God rest his soul. And, while we were doing the service and I'm standing around the grave, I was thinking about this dish I haven't made in a really long time. And since Halloween is right around the corner, well, I thought this would be a perfect time to make this dish. So, you got to keep this on the down low, especially all my fans who follow me around. Keep it under the radar, especially if you're going to make this dish yourself. You got to be very, very careful. A lot of people feel weird when they see a chef digging around in the cemetery. And, well, let me tell you, it can be a little bit scary too. What are you doing here? You trying to give me a heart attack or something?
What are you still doing here? The funeral's been over for hours.
I know the funeral's been over for hours, but I'm just paying my last respects.
Well, pay 'em and let's get out of here.
Now that the green-eyed monster's gone, we can get to work. So for this dish, you're going to need a body part. That's what I'm making. I'm using body parts. So, if you got a family of say 4 or 5, you're going to need a leg. If you've got more than that, you might want to use an arm and a hand. If it's just you and your girl, or you and your husband, you and your wife, whatever, you can probably get away with an elbow and a hand. So, I'm going to be feeding a couple of people because I'm probably going to use this in my restaurant. I'm going to cut off the leg. So it's pretty easy. You get down in there, you got to get yourself a saw, and get to work. There we go, there we go. Woo, see that? Now you can tell it's fresh because you can still move it. See that? Now that's a nice leg. Uncle Charlie had pretty good legs, he was a vegetarian. Now, I'm just going to bring along the arm too, just in case I have to make extra. There we go. Now sometimes, you put a special on and people go crazy for it. And, I remember a couple Halloweens ago, I put this on the menu and it flew like hotcakes. Now all you want to do is just wrap it up in newspaper. And you got to keep it down too, because you don't want people to hear you out here. You might get in trouble. All right, so you wrap it up in newspaper, and then I'll tell you what, I'll meet you at the house. All right, Charlie. Okay, all right. Well, we're home. As you can see, my wife wasn't too happy when I came walking in here with Uncle Charlie's leg. Whew. I'll have to work on that later. But, I took the operation up into a room that we don't use very often. And I know my wife won't come up here. She says it's haunted. I don't know where she gets that idea from. But anyway, let's get to work. I got the leg right here. I'm going to turn this down so you guys can see what I'm working on, all right? There we go, and it's down, down, down. All right, now, going to uncover this leg, get rid of that newspaper, and there you have it. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. Looks like it made the trip all right. So I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be tough to find a pan to fit this leg in, so what I usually do is I just get some tin foil and just lay that tin foil down like this. There you go. Put that down there like that. And then you can just wrap it up a little bit like this. Now, when you're making a leg, you don't need a lot of special sauces or special spices or anything like that, because depending on what that person used to eat, well, usually that flavor comes on through. And sticking back, get out of here. So I like to use AM1. It's a nice rub, and you can put that right on there. And rub that in real good. You're also going to need a little salt, a little pepper. Pepper's always good. A little bit of salt. Bip, 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 bip. Put that on there like that. Now I can already start to smell some of the flavors that's going to come through once we cook this. Now we put a couple bay leaves in there. You can never go wrong with a couple of bay leaves. As you can see, the prep on this is pretty easy. Anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. The hard part, getting it out of the grave. Alright, so now I'm going to get another piece of tin foil. Looks like the right size. And then we're going to cover it up this way. Now this tin foil, by wrapping it up, that's going to keep all the flavor in there. It's going to steam it. That's going to steam it real nice. Now I'll tell you what. 350 degrees. Put that in there for about 3 hours. And then we'll pull it out. So I'm going to go down, try to sneak it past my wife, put it in the oven. And then come up here, we'll work on a salad. And then we'll go down and get it up. We'll have a little something to eat. All right, here we go. Okay, all right. So I got the leg in the oven, 350 degrees. And, well, it's been a couple hours. So I'll be able to get it out here shortly. But I thought what we do first is make a salad. Now, since the whole theme is around Halloween and, you know, you want to kind of do out-of-the-box scary stuff, I thought I'd make my famous salad. It's a Halloween salad. I only make around Halloween. So, here, why don't you take a look down here. Move this down here. And as you can see, got a beautiful salad here. Now, I already took the liberty of putting in some of the lettuce and carrots and things like that. Now, that's just your basic salad. What makes this a Halloween salad is some of the toppings. So, you know, we have a bit of a roach problem here at the house. My wife's real angry about it, but put the roaches in there. Also, I saw we had some spider issues outside, so I caught a whole bunch of spiders, and we can put them in there. Now you got roaches, you got spiders, you got crunchy. You know, the spiders have a soft texture, so, you know, it's a little softer, and the roach is a little crunchy, so you get that, you know, kind of competing against each other in your flavors. Here's another little roach. Get that in there. Now, on my way out of the cemetery, I was able to secure a couple extra eyeballs. So I put them on there. Now that's, look at that. Look how that, that livens up the salad. Can you see it? Now, this morning, before I left the house, I set a mouse trap because we had a little mouse downstairs. And look at that. Got him. Still alive. I'm going to put him in there. Look at that. Now the juices from that, stop it. The juices from that mouse, that's going to go all through there. You won't even need any dressing. So there you go. There's my Halloween salad. So I'm going to go down and see if that leg's ready. And if it is, I'm going to bring it back up here. We'll cut into it. We'll put a nice plate out and we'll have a little dinner. All right? All right. Okay. I'm pretty excited. I got the leg out. Temperature's right. I'll tell you what. If you've never smelled human flesh after it's been cooking in the oven for a couple hours, you don't know what you're missing. So here, why don't we take a look at it? I'm going to bring this camera down here. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Now I'm going to take this off. Ooh. Ouch. Get rid of that. Look at that. Woo. Isn't that something? Isn't that beaut? That's a beaut. That's a beautiful, beautiful leg right there. And I'll tell you what. I wish you were here to enjoy it with me. I'm going to cut a little piece off of here like this. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? That's white meat. Put a little bit more over here. Look at that. Look at that. Tender, moist. Man, oh man. If you guys were here right now, you'd be, I'm going to put this aside so that we can taste it. And why don't we just get a little bit of this salad over here too. That looks good. Boy, that looks good. Dang, go on. Now this is a meal, and anybody would be proud to serve anytime, any place. So here we go. Let's take this out of here. Now you can't see my face as I eat, so let me move this up here. So, my goodness. Oh, I almost fainted. It's so good. Man, oh man. Ugh. Wash it down with a little blood. Well, there you go, folks. I'll tell you one thing. It's one of my favorite dishes. Very hard to come by. It's a rarity that you get a chance to eat a human leg. But when you do, I'll tell you what, you really appreciate the flavors. It just bounces around in your mouth. Very earthy. Very earthy. And, well, that's it for this episode. I just want to let you all know that I'm glad you watched. I hope you'll subscribe to this channel. And above all, I just want to wish you all a